Hiya everybody, welcome along to our January daily, which seems that it's alive every day. Not that I mind, in this country at least we're on quite a strict lockdown, so I'm hoping that this hour or whatever of farcical comedy amuses you and takes your mind off things for a little while every day. Thank you very much indeed to everyone who's joined me. I will choose the prompt in a moment, but I've just got a couple of things I want to talk about first. One is this envelope punch board. Someone has sent me this and there was nothing in any of the wrapping to say who'd sent it. I absolutely love it. I've got quite a thing about envelopes that anybody who watches this will know. I've got so many envelopes. I could literally honestly start an envelope shop, and all I need is an envelope punch board so I can make more. But I do. That's the thing. I do need one so I can make them to the specific exact size I need. So this is a brilliant present for me. So whoever bought it for me, thank you very, very much indeed. And at the moment, you are nameless. So thank you very much for that. And the other thing I have is this, which has just arrived. Literally just arrived. That was why we were a couple of seconds late. I have no idea what it is or who it's from. It says fragile, handle me with care, keep me this way up and no direct sunlight. There's a chance I'll melt. There's a chance I'll melt.
Sounds like my instructions.
It might be ice cream. Okay, so let's get into this and see what this is. That's piqued my interest. There's a chance I'll melt. I don't think I've ever had anything that said that before. We did swab this down actually, with antibacterial stuff, so I think I'm relatively safe in opening it. Ooh. Cherries in liqueur in a dark chocolate shell. Thornton's nonetheless. Thank you. And a little note. That's great. From Thornton's. Open me. Oh, brown paper. Excellent. Does it say? Oh, it's Lynn Whitman. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Lynn. What else have we got in here then? Caramel cheesecake, milk chocolate, caramel flavour and biscuit crunch. Oh, and I love ginger. Ginger, 70% dark chocolate, hot and fiery. Oh.
It is my instructions.
It is. And these. Oh, cappuccino, light coffee mousse smothered in a creamy white chocolate. Oh, Lynn, thank you so very, very much for that. That is so sweet, literally so sweet of you. And there's going to be a bit of a rugby scrum at the end of the end of the live to see who gets what. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks very much indeed. Thanks doesn't come close, really. I'm very grateful to you. Right, so let's get back to the job in hand, which is the January daily. And today I've had a bit of a switch around because of my lovely envelope punch board. And so today we are going for envelope. So today is, what is it? Is it the 8th? 9th? 8th? 8th. Is it the 8th, Mr.
It is the 8th.
8th. So there we are.
Only the 8th.
Only the 8th, yeah. We've still got a few days to go.
Feels like it should be the 28th.
I wonder what we'll be like by the time we're at the 28th. Pretty tired.
Certifiable,
I just wanted, yes. I just wanted to show you this, which is my first and only envelope that I've ever made using a punch board. And I just used it when I got it to see kind of what it was about. It's using the technique that we used yesterday, which my demonstration yesterday wasn't the best, but there you are. have a look at that one. It's turned out quite pretty. And I used, you know, scrapbook paper, because it's double-sided, so when you open it, you get the print on the inside. And I used the one that I don't like. So if it didn't work, it was okay, you know, it was just a trial. So with that in mind, I have, which page are we on anyway? All right, that's the one we did yesterday. So yeah, we're on this side, and there's no, there is. Yeah, I don't think I need that today. I'll save that for tomorrow, that loose page. Make a pocket tomorrow, I think. So it's going on to this side, right? Not that that makes much of a difference, really. So what I did was I got one of these out, these paper pads. Now, I think we've all got these. I think we've all got them hiding around the place somewhere, because this is £2 at the works, and I can just feel my thought process as I went round the works. Saw this for £2. Oh, get that for £2. You know, it'll come in at some stage. And has it come in at any stage? No, still here in its complete entirety, because I've never used it. I do quite like that music paper, and I like the spotty. Oh, by the looks of it, I've stamped a tag out at some stage, and that, I think, is all it's been used for. So I could use it today. I quite like that one. I might use that one later on, but I'll show you what I've got in my mind. I went to the back bedroom, which is like a kind of superstore of crafts. You could go shopping in there, to be honest. If you took a basket by the door and went round the back bedroom, you could actually, yeah, it'd be like a sort of mini hobbycraft. Not so mini either. But I did find these. There's 3 packs of them, of course. Why would I only get one? And this is them. Hobbycraft, made with love, craft the perfect day, large gift bag. And so this is the size that they are. So they're quite large.
From a charity shop.
I got them from a charity shop.
I got them from a charity shop.
Ah, right. £1
for the set of 5.
for the set of 5. Oh, well, that's not too bad, is it? I mean, that's not too expensive. I'm piling all this stuff up here on a very shaky base, so if you hear a crash, that's what's happening. So I've opened it all out. It's quite nice brown paper, this, actually. Sorry, it's a bit noisy, isn't it? And I've taken some measurements. That's where the handle was stuck on. I've taken some measurements off my... Let's stick these back on where they should be. I mean, this is just really bad. Let's stick them on there. I might be using those later. You never know. Yeah, here are the measurements off my punch board. Now, the punch board came with markings in inches, came with a sticker to stick over the top if you want to use centimetres, which I don't, and then another bigger thing in centimetres as well. Yeah, that's the thing to stick over, I think, if you want to use centimetres. And then there's this giant one here, but it's also in centimetres, and they just don't mean anything to me. So I'll pop them in the, because they've got instructions on the back, so I'll pop those in the drawer in case I need them at some stage. But from these things here, I've worked out that for a 5.5 by 7.5, and I had to put my reading glasses on for this, for a 5.5 by 7.5, no, by 7, I need a piece of paper that is 10 1/8 by 10 1/8. So let's go with that first. Let's see if we can actually do this, because as I say, I've only done it once. So, you know, might not work. That's all I'm saying. So I'll get my bigger quilting square out. So what did I say I needed it to be? 10 1/8. Oh, I've got no 8s on this one. I have to get my bigger one again out, which is going to be problematic because I haven't got enough room. Budge over, people, budge over, budge over. I bet this is really noisy for you because it's right under the microphone. Sorry. So I need 10 and an 1/8. Yikes. Not that way either, this way. Which is there. I'm guessing it's pretty straight. Might go a bit fluffy at the top where I've cut it, but right, let's cut that off then. Okay. It's giant, that ruler. And turn it round this way and cut 10 and an 1/8 off here as well. This ruler was never ever designed to work on 6 inches of a table.
Shaz says there's a punch board app you can get on your phone.
All right, is there?
You just put in the
Can't
sizes.
just hold that in my way. Thank you. You put in the sizes and it tells you what size to cut.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get this lined up here.
All right.
So I need that out of my way.
All right.
I'm gonna overcut it because I can't actually see too well what I'm doing. So cut it there. Right, lovely. Thank you. Let's just square this up because it's got a bit of a jiggly edge because that was the top. So I need it at 10 and an 1/8. A punch board app. That sounds promising, doesn't it? How come I haven't got such a thing? Right, okay, so I reckon that's the right size. 10 and an 1/8 by 10 and an 1/8. It's all quite exciting, isn't it, really? Might all go wrong. So get my board out. It comes with a little scoring tool. And it says to put it at 4.5, which means 4.5 on this measurement guide ruler thing here. So I'm going to put that at, what did I say? 4.5. Honestly, turn me around twice and I'm lost. So that's there at 4.5, and I'm making sure that it's all flush with the top. And I'm going to punch it, and then I'm going to guess where the score line is because I can't see it. And I've also got to do it with my right hand because it's on the right hand side. So I can't go right to the edge there because it's over the board. Right, so it says turn it 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then you measure that score line up with this prongy thing. So I reckon that's it there. Sure, all you ladies that's already got one are finding this all quite humorous. But it's all new to me. So I'm kind of feeling my way here with this score line.
Apparently Flo did a Shaz the other day and cut a finger with a rotary cutter.
Oh no! Ladies, be careful. 90 degrees counterclockwise. Get that in there. It's folded up a little bit. It doesn't want to go in. Why don't you want to go in? Is there a reason?
I'm not getting under the spike, I think.
It's sticking up there because it's on a fold of the paper. That's it. So I need that on the line I've just scored. I'm sure this comes easier to you the more you do. And score down this imaginary line that we can't sort of see. Do you think that's it? I'm guessing so.
Well, if you're going in a straight line, it must
Yeah. Turn it 90 degrees counterclockwise. Get that line, that score line that I've just done, lined up with that promy thing. Push it to the top. And draw a score line. Let's hope this works, eh? Right, let's see if we've actually got. I'm bored out now. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's see if this works, shall we? So these are the side bits. And as I say, this is a bit thick from where the handle was attached. So we're, we're just using paper again. And then this folds in there. Yeah, it's looking like it's all right, guys, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it looks like an envelope, I would say. Now, I don't like these pointy bits that stick up. So what I'm going to do is take my pencil and just mark there where it meets in with that other bit and cut that off. I don't like them when they look like that. So I'm just going to draw a line across there and just chop that bit off. You do it with your scissors, to be fair. So this is now, and it tells you to round the corners off, but I'm just going to, the only round corner I'm going to do is this one, and you put it into kind of the back of the machine and punch it and it rounds the corner off. All very snazzy, isn't it? I mean, to me it's quite difficult at the moment, but that's because I don't really know what I'm doing. And then that's going to fold down there. So there you have it, guys. We have an envelope. So what I'm going to do first is glue down this back flap because it's going to annoy me otherwise. We haven't had a roll call even.
No. You're not decorating it first before you glue it together? Or...
No, I don't think so.
Would you like a roll call?
Yeah, please.
Right, we'll start at the top. Terry.
Hiya, Terry.
Roz.
Hi, Roz.
Deborah.
Hello, Deborah. Oh, no gym today.
Jean.
Hello, Jean. I hope you're doing all right.
Kathleen.
Hello, Kathleen.
Hilda.
Hi, Hilda.
Donna.
Hello, Donna.
Shaz.
Hello, Shaz.
Bernice.
Hello, Bernice.
Janya.
Hi, Janya.
Esther.
Hello, Esther. Happy birthday.
Blingy's lurking.
Blingy, lurking again.
Violet.
Hello, Violet.
Natalie.
Hello, Natalie.
Nancy.
Hiya, Nancy.
Connie.
Hi, Connie.
Helen.
Hello, Helen.
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Megan.
Hello, Megan.
Flo.
Hiya, Flo.
Janet.
Hiya, Janet.
Marcella.
Hi, Marcella.
And Kerry's been woken up.
Hello, Kerry. Wow, fancy that. Did you mention Nancy?
Did I mention Nancy?
I'm not sure that you did. Hello, Nancy.
Oh, maybe I missed some.
And hello, Donna.
Did I say Violet?
You said Violet.
Did I say Natalie?
No, I don't think
Nancy
you did.
and Connie.
Hi, Nancy, Connie and Natalie. I'm not sure now whether he said you or not. I can't really remember. So anyway, look, there we've got an envelope. Let's just check that it's going to fit in our book. I'm really grateful to one and all for joining me. You've been troopers, honestly, you really have. So is that going to fit in it? Oh, yeah, look at that. That's just great. Marvellous. So let's see if I can do the other two and then we'll decorate them. So I thought that for the next one down, I might make it 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I think, yeah, I mean, I don't know. And my cloth. My paper needs to be 8 1/8 square. So back to I'm going to cut a whole lot of this off. Save all the noise and fuss. Should have done this before we started, really, shouldn't I? But you know, that would have been way too organised.
Chef says you can also make bows and all sorts of things with it.
Oh, yeah, I think Julie actually at Camellia Crafts did a video on things that you could do with it. Yeah, must go back and watch that now. I've actually got one. What I'm thinking here, guys, is I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to make a stack, an envelope stack. So I want that on the bottom and then 2 others, and I'll show you how I'm going to keep them in place and everything. But what I'm thinking is, I wonder if I should have 2 brown ones, the smallest and the largest, and then the middle one, something different. That might look better. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to do the smaller one now, which is 3.5 by 4. So that is quite small, isn't it? And I need 6.5 by 6.5. So let's do that. Let's just cut off up there. Give me a straight line to go from. This might just be too little and look a bit stupid, but we'll give it a try. Right, so 6.5. And a half. Oh, nearly cut it at 6. 6.5, 6.5. Yeah, we're all right. Don't watch this bit float. It might hurt. Right, so this is 6.5 by 6.5, which is what it says I need. And let's crack on. Got my scorer. So it says that I need to do 3 1/8, which is there. So I'm going to punch that and score it. This is really strange for somebody who's left-handed, I can tell you. Okay, 90 degrees counterclockwise. Line that up with that. Turn it again. Yeah, I could see that I could really fall in love with this. It's a fabulous thing. Ooh, deviated off the straight and narrow there.
Not for the first time.
And 90 degrees again. And line that up there. That's very close, but never mind.
Terry wants to know what the theme is for today.
Envelope. It was going to be something different, but the postman brought me this, so quick change of plan. Right, so let's make this up then. Yeah, envelope, Terry. So I haven't really got anything very much to cut off. There. I'm sure if I rounded it, actually, it would be fine. I'm just going to do the other one as well. I was going to say I'm using it like an old pro, but it didn't actually sound that good, so I won't. Right, a bit of glue. A little bit on there, because I've got a bit coming over here and then down here.
Does the middle-aged pro sound any better?
No.
No, I thought not.
No, it does not. Right, so just a little bit of glue, hold that in place. And that's going to be our smallest envelope. Just stay there, just for a minute.
Hester's joined us. Happy birthday.
You called her out before?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you saying Esther or Hester?
Hester.
Hester.
Yes.
With an H.
Esther.
Esther.
Esther. That's what I'm saying. Open your ears, lass.
It sounds like you're saying Hester. But she's got no H. Right, so that's the smallest one. So we need a one to go in the middle that's kind of middle-aged. Middle-sized. I think that's going to stick now, and I think that's pretty much stuck. Not too badly, anyway. So I need the one that I sort of said about being in the middle. And for that, I think I'm going to use that nice butterfly one that I found in here, just. That one. I like that. It's nice, and I think it will go with our brown paper theme. Not so sure I like the other side very much, but hey-ho. It doesn't really matter. So for this, I need 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. 8 1/8. I've got so many envelopes now, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Let's just pop that back in there before it gets put somewhere on my desk. Never to be seen again. 8 1/8. So that's there, and that's there. So that they're both on 8 1/8. Excellent. Marvellous, let's cut that out. Save that for another day. So we've got this piece here. See, around the edge it was darker, but I'm not overly fussed about that. So here we go again. 3 3/4 it says I need to be. We're nearly at the end of this envelope making, guys. Don't give up on me. This is a bit thicker than the brown paper, so just going to take it steady. See if I can get in the right channel. I think if you were completely left-handed, you'd find this very difficult. Right, so that's the groove there. Okay, so where's the groove? I can't see it when it's flat. That's it there, I think. And just one more turn. Let's get that lined up. That pointery thing. Like that. Right, I reckon that's it. Now I reckon we're done with the punch board. I think so anyway. Maybe that's a bit premature. Maybe I should wait until I've actually formed this one and seen that it works. So just fold them in.
Alona says hi.
Hi Alona! Hope you're doing alright. So So let's fold the sides in. I'm just experimenting with an envelope punch board that someone kindly has sent to me, and it's arrived today. I'm really excited by it. So our live daily today is about envelopes. Oh, that's really pretty actually. I'll just take the round that bit off there, and I'll just chop that off across there. That's good. I'll fold that in so that we can see if it's something like the size that we want. There we are. Right, let's have a look. So that's the large one, middle-sized, and baby. Oh yeah, they go all right together actually, don't they? Look quite nice. So I'll glue this one up, and then we'll start decorating the brown paper bag ones. So Jania, are you still in, where were you going to? Costa Rica? Blimey, it seems ridiculous. The world is such a small place. And yet we aren't even allowed to visit our local village. Doesn't seem right, does it?
No. Far from right.
Everything's far from right. Right, so there we are. We have 3 envelopes. Whoopie doopie doo. Very, very nice. I like them a lot. I'm very impressed with that board. Thank you very much. Right, so I want to decorate the fronts, and I'm going to kind of revisit part of what we did yesterday because I wasn't overly convinced that I'd given you a reasonable excuse me, tutorial excuse me, on how to decoupage. And I did try it again last night several times on different substrates, and I'm pretty sure the problem was the paper I was using. It was way too shiny. So we should be all right today on this brown paper, I'm hoping. So anyway, so finished with my measurements. I think I'm going to use this same napkin because I just love it. And I want to use it while it's out because otherwise it'll get put away with all these raggedy bits and it'll just get messed up. So before I put anything, like decoupage or anything like that on it, I'm going to just use a stencil. Now I was going to use this one, but because I've used the butterflies here, I'm wondering whether I should use the butterfly stencil, which is this one. I think that might look quite pretty. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to use is, I'm sorry if you haven't already got this. It's Cosmic Shimmer Metallic Gilding Polish. It's wonderful stuff. I use it through stencils, but you can use it, just put your finger in it and catch the top of embossed pages, anything like that. It's really lovely stuff, and it comes in this glass pot, and in the top is the applicator, and you just rock it and it comes out and it's a sponge. And after you've used it, make sure you wash your sponge out because it's acrylic stuff and it'll just go hard on your sponge and it'll jigger it. I think that might be a northeastern term. It won't be good. So what you do is you put your applicator in there, you pick up some of the product. It's easier once you've got your applicator going, sort of thing. Just do that and then wipe off any excess around the edge of the rim of the jar until your applicator's fairly loaded like that. And then away you go. I'm just going to do this at a bit of an angle. I'm just putting it on and I'm twisting it. I don't want to be scrubbing it because it'll go through the stencil and look like the stencil's bleeding, and I don't want that. This is just to pick up on the fact that we've got butterflies in the middle envelope on the pattern. So there we are. I mean, it's just really pretty. You can see that? Very shiny, very nice. I could do a couple more here. I'll do one more there. I'll just put my finger over that one because I don't want to catch it. Just that would be fine. There we are, just that one there, and maybe one here about somewhere. No, I won't put the big one, I'll put that same one again, but I'll just put it there. I'm just covering up the stencils that I don't want to use, forming a mask. So there we are, that's really fine, I'm sure. It's just stopped it looking just like a straight line. I have a terrible urge to put one there. I'm going to put these two little ones there. Just going to hold that there and that there. There we are. I've definitely got enough butterflies now. Yeah, that looks lovely to me. It's nice and shiny and blingy. Don't worry, that is not the end of it for today. Merely the beginning. So same here, I want some butterflies coming up here, like that. I don't want that half one on the top. I sometimes don't mind stencils coming off, but I don't want that on the top. You can use any stencil, swirls, damask, anything that you've got. As I say, I was going to use that sort of Harlequin one, which I do use a lot actually. So there we are, we've got our two envelopes decorated, to begin with anyway. So when you're finished with it, if you haven't finished with it for the day, pop it back in the applicator and it will keep it wet until you've finished with it for the day, and then you can wash it out. And the stencils can go to get washed out as well. Have you finished with it for the day? Yeah, I have actually. Thank you. Right then, so what I want to do now is similar to what I did yesterday. I want to put some gesso on here so that we can apply some decoupage. If I apply the decoupage straight to the brown paper, you won't see it, it'll get lost. It needs the light behind it to shine up through it. So you need to make it white or a very light colour behind it. In this case, I'm going to do it white because this is the colour of my background. If my background was a very pale green or something, I would try and emulate that, or just a hint of a tint of it maybe. But mine's white, so I don't have a problem with that. So I've got my gesso still out from yesterday actually, it's never been put away. And I'm just going to get myself a piece of cling film. Oh, actually, I'll leave the cling film just now. Remembered I've got this brown paper, which works really well. So I'm just going to crumple this up. And I'm going to make myself a sort of brush dabber, if you like, out of this. It might be a bit... I'll give it a try. It might be a bit heavy. Yeah, it's too thick. So back to the cling film idea. So I'm just going to make myself a brush out of that, sort of brush. Anyway, put some gesso, getting ever lighter as you get over to the butterflies, and sort of heavier down in this corner where there's going to be more decoupage. So I want more coverage there, so the napkins sing out. Try not to leave any sort of straight edges if you can. Right, there's rather a big blob there, but it is what it is. And same on the little one. So I'm going to pat that off a little bit. That's okay. So there we are. That's quite nice. I quite like that. Put the lid back on the gesso because we're finished with it, and we leave that to. Well, I won't leave it to dry. I'll force it to dry. With my new little heat gun, which I'm still quite newfangled with. Actually, it's tiny. Look at it compared to mine. It's tiny weeny. Those little gold butterflies look nice, don't they? I think, anyway. It certainly does its job very well, this heat gun. It does heat things up very quickly and dry them off. So I don't want to do any decoration, thank you very much, on the butterfly envelope. Quite like it the way it is. It's a nice foil between the two brown paper ones. I think we're about there, to be honest. Let's get one of these. Right, so now we choose the decoupage again. Well, I liked the pink very much yesterday, but we didn't use the yellow. So let's give the yellow a bit of an outing today.
And then I'd like to know how long it takes for the gold gilding polish to dry.
It's bone dry. It really, you don't put it on very thickly is the thing, and it dries, well, I'll say 10 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it's before that. It's just a really sort of light covering that you give it. Dries very quickly. Let's take that one off down there. Right, so we've got this nice yellow one. It's a bit raggy. So that could go there, potentially. Oh, hello. Oh, it's on my finger. We've got this yellow one. We've got the blue. I do like the blue. I like the blue. I'm going for the blue. Might end up all blue, actually. But we'll see. I don't know yet. So I'm tearing around it. When all the, for those of you that didn't watch yesterday, and for those of you that did, I'm really sorry. It's a bit of a sort of do-over, really. But for those of you who didn't watch yesterday, napkins generally come in 3 plies. You can get them in 2, you can get them in 1 actually, but generally these serviettes, as they're called, they come in 3 plies. They have the design on one, and the other 2 are generally just white tissue. And it's the top ply that we want, the ply that's got the design on. And you can tear into them to get the exact bit that you want, but it's easier to do it when all the 3 plies are together for some reason. I don't know why that is, but it's just easier. So I'm tearing off the bits that I don't want, leaving me the bits I do. Now also on napkins, around the edge is where they crimp the 3 layers together. Obviously it just goes through some sort of roller with a crimp on it, and it crimps them all so they're not all separate. Now I know that some people leave these out. They won't use them in the decoupage. Don't be one of those people. There is no need. As soon as you put glue on it, you will never see those markings. They just disappear. So don't be afraid of that. So I've got a yellow and I've got a blue. Now, that's just coming over just a bit too much, so I'm just going to tear that down. And don't be afraid of doing this. Don't be afraid of making a jigsaw of all your pieces to get it exactly the way you want it to look. So there's that one. If I was to tear that off, that would come to there like that. That would be nice. And then this one maybe there. And then this little blue one. I think that looks quite nice. Need something here. I've got this. Not sure. I think I'm going to tear this leaf off and put it exactly where I want it. So if I had that there and then that leaf there, yeah, I think that looks better. So I need to tear this off here. Oh, that's going to give me another bit of a leaf. So right, that's going to go there. Yeah, okay, we're all right. And I've got this little bit of a leaf here as well that I can bulk up my little one down here. Yeah, okay, we're sorted. That's nice. Now then, what we also did yesterday was we stamped with the Tim Holtz wildflower dies stamps, and I chose a colour that was not a good choice. In hindsight, I chose this pink, and it looks fine there, but here it isn't, because it wasn't archival ink, and the glue that I was using, the matte medium, diluted it and you can't really see it. So I'm going to use archival ink today. Well, I'm going to use StazOn actually, but same difference. I've actually got this green archival that I was wondering about. I quite like the idea of having green behind it. And that's archival, so that won't, it's waterproof. Or I've got StazOn in stone grey. I've also got black, but I think black is just too stark. I did toy with it, but I think it's too much. Stone grey is also quite a dark colour. Let's have a little practice, shall we? Let's have just a little practice piece. I'll use a bit of brown paper. It's not going to be stamped onto brown paper, of course, not all of it, because we've got some gesso there. Let's take this one. I think we used this one yesterday actually. And I'll use the green and see what it comes out like. The archival ink that I'm using is called Peeled Paint. They didn't used to have the same names as all the Distress inks, but they do nowadays. They've changed them. So if Peeled Paint in the Distress is one of your favourites, you'll know that you like it in the archival as well. I do like archival ink actually. Right, let's stamp this and see what we get. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? I'm going to try it in the stone grey, but I think my mind is probably made up. Let's just wipe that off with my Tim towel. Stone grey is a good choice actually if you don't want something just quite as in your face as black. But it's still quite a dark colour. Yeah, you see, it's not black. That's the point. It's not black. So, those are our choices, ladies. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Mr. F?
Can you put it flat so I can see a bit better? Thank you. Personally, I like the grey.
You like the grey? What does everyone else like? Tell me what you like. I'll have some coffee and you tell me what you like. Yeah, you can just use a blank journal. You could use if, you know, the files that A4 files or anything like that, put loose leaves in, anything. It doesn't.
Yeah, Connie's fretting about using a book. She can't bring herself to use an old book.
I don't blame you, Connie. I don't blame you. In which case, just use brand new paper and, you know, stick on whatever you want to stick on and punch some holes down the side and put it in a file. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Nothing at all. So what does everybody say? Green, grey, grey. Shadow, grey. Grey, grey. Green. Jania says green. I'm thinking that the one on the left, that's the green. I'm thinking that everybody's saying grey, apart from the people are saying green. Right, I'll go with grey then. I'll go with grey. I'll go with this little stamp because I quite like it. Let's just remove our little jigsaw. Hope that we remember where things go. You know, this is a stamp on an envelope. It's not like rocket science or anything. You know, it's not like the world's going to come to a stop if I get it wrong. Although it does feel like that. So I'll just ink this up. And here we go. Grey it is. And we want one more. I do love these wildflower stamps. I know when I got them, somebody else in the group got them at the same time. We had a great discussion about, you know, whether they'd made a mistake with them or whatever, because the dies don't nest on them at all. But actually now I've got the hang of them, I really like them. So I'm going to put this one there.
You could put a green one in as well, of course, and then there's no reason you have to limit yourself to one.
Oh my goodness. Let's try, let's just cover that up for a minute. Because it's alcohol, it'll dry out at the drop of a hat. Let's try our jigsaw over the top and see what it looks like. See if I need a green one as well. No, I think that's quite sufficient stamps, don't you?
Yep.
Mr. F's yawning. He's obviously very tired of it all.
It's been a long year.
It's only 8 days old or something. Right, I'm not giving this to Mr. F to open today because he had a bit of a calamity yesterday. All over his trousers and everywhere. So he's not allowed grown-up toys today.
At least I'm waterproof now.
Well, it's true. Right, so that's going to go there. Doesn't matter about them hanging over the edge. Don't worry, we'll get those cut off in short order and smarten them up. So, as I say, for the folk that join me religiously every day, I am sorry. I know that this is, you know, we're going back over what we did yesterday. But I did feel that yesterday I kind of shortchanged you. And I want you to see that it is easy to do. If says that, you know, it's going to go horribly wrong again today, isn't it now? And I think the large part of my problems yesterday was the paper, which was ultra shiny. Has everybody been over to Journal Boat and seen the new spring kit? Oh my life, I've bought it, printed it out. Well, that's a lie, I haven't bought it. I was given it by Vicky. So I will be using it. Kerry, I think, wanted to use it to make something with. I think I need something else in there. I think that's just I'm a bit lacking. I'm a bit lacking. Have I only just noticed that I'm a bit lacking? Maybe those little purple flowers would go nicely. I shouldn't have laughed. I've sent everything flying now. It's just the thought of me lacking. This bit's in the bit that they've crimped together, so it kind of doesn't want to come apart, but it will eventually. There we go. Right, so I think that's fine. Let's get cracking, otherwise we're going to be here all day.
Jenny says, oh my God, yes, I bought it, LOL. I was only going to look.
It's really nice though. It really is. I printed it off, as I say, today. It's lovely. Right, so same as before. Hold it down, go from the centre, away from the centre. That's the only trick there is to this. That you go from the centre, you don't put any glue on first, and you go from the centre out. That way then you're pushing all the air bubbles out. Now you see that stays on, isn't moving. Yesterday we had problems, we had all sorts of problems yesterday, but we had problems also with the ink because I think I used distress ink, which was a really daft choice. And of course it isn't waterproof. So just from the centre out all the way down like that. There we go. Try and resist the urge to go back and fiddle. And I know it is a real urge as well. I feel it. So this is the next one. And it's just going to go like that. So we're making a sort of jigsaw really. Putting pieces exactly where we want them. So from the centre out, like so.
Leanne Collins says hello.
Hello, Leanne. Oh, some of your work you've been posting is exceptional. It's beautiful. Thank you very much.
Jean's got to go in 15 minutes for therapy.
All right, my love. Well, thanks so much for joining me, Jean. You know I always value you being here. So don't press on too hard. Have quite a soft brush. Don't go back over the bits that you've already done, no matter how much you want to, because they'll be starting to dry. You'll catch them, you'll tear them, and then you'll regret it. I speak from experience. So there we are, we've got those two on. Next one is the little blue one. Where's he gone? Here it is. So that's going to go there. So you see, actually, when you've got things going in your favour, it isn't a difficult job to do this. There we are. It was just, I couldn't have made it worse for myself than I did yesterday. I'll put this up here. And because I've got white, you can't see where the tissue ends and the gesso begins. It's looks nice. This bit here. And these should be waterproof too because they're acrylic. So you shouldn't be able to budge those with water either, which I'm not. And then this bit just on the bottom. Let's tear that one off. It's encroaching on my blue. Like that. I think that'll be fine. The main thing is don't put glue down before you put your tissue. It just sticks to it and then it won't move. It just wrinkles. So go against all those years where you've been putting glue down first and don't. That's the thing. Just don't. So right, that's that. Now if you think it is a little bit wrinkly, and you really want to go back and de-wrinkle it, actually that doesn't look too bad, but get yourself a piece of cling film and just spread it out over the bit that you've just decoupaged. Go over it and just gently, because it's still tissue paper, although you have got it protected under the cling film, and just press out any bit that you think is wrinkly and it will come out. Like I say, I don't think mine was too bad actually for once. And then when you come to pull the cling film off, do it at a very, very shallow angle like this. And slowly, don't rip it like a band-aid. And you should be fine. And there we are. So that's nice and flat and really very pretty, I think. We'll tidy up all the edges in the fullness of. So leave that there just now. Right, so now we need to find something to put on this little one. I could put the same blue on, or I could put the pink. Look, I've got a pink one here. Let's do that. This is a particularly nice napkin, isn't it? Like I say, I got it from... I spent the entire evening, one evening, on eBay, and there's no shortage of napkins on there. And anything I liked, I thought, oh, I'll just put that in my basket. I'll sort it out later. When I came to the end of the evening, oh, my basket had so many things in it. So I just went round and gave some the chop, kept some, and this was one that I kept, obviously. Right, let's have a look at this. I think that's pretty much all we need on there. I don't really think we need much more. I'm going to stamp it because I've stamped that one, just for the sake of completeness. And then I think we're done with those, and we can get on to... Oh, I've just seen a bit of purple. I'm just wondering if that might look nice there. No, I just like what I've got. So I'm just going to stamp that again. Oh, take your ink to your stamp, not the other way around, apparently. So that's what Tim told me. That's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put this really, really near the top up here. There we are. Yeah, I do like that stone grey. It's nice. Just cleaning my stamp off. So when we get these made, we've then got to work out how we're going to attach them in our journal, which is the exciting bit, really. Right, so here we are. I've taken the other layers off. I'm just going to give that a quick waft with some heat. It's just that ink doesn't look particularly dry. This is a lovely technique. You can do it on plain paper, coffee stain paper, whatever, and you can just fold it over, put it into a pocket or a tuck spot, and you've got a really nice addition to your journal. I just keep showing you them on envelopes. I really don't know why, but I just want some of that stamp in, but I don't want to lose any of my pink. Just a little bit of matte medium. The glue, if you like, that I'm using today is Winsor & Newton matte medium. I used to always use Fusion decoupage gel, but I can't seem to get it these days. I don't know whether they've stopped making it or whatever. So now I use matte medium. And as I say, the one I'm using today is Winsor & Newton matte medium. So same as before, from the centre out, down towards the bottom and out towards the sides. So you're getting all that air to go out. Yeah, this is it. Galleria, Winsor & Newton Galleria matte medium. Now you can also get gloss medium. I don't like gloss medium. I don't like shiny things, particularly in my journal. I prefer matte, which is why I get the matte medium. So there we are. Try and not go over it again and again. I'm just going to get my bit of cling film again. I can't see any rumples on there, wrinkles or any other thing, but I'm just going to give it a go. This is what you'd do if you could see wrinkles. Put your cling film over, smooth it out under the cling film like that. Well, it's under the cling film. Your fingers are over the cling film. And then just gently remove the cling film. And you are left with a perfect... Oh, look at that, it's pulled that off. Nearly got away with that today. There we are. So it's just that one tiddly little bit there. Right, so there we go. We'll leave those to dry and then we'll chop around the sides and tidy them up. Could I ask you, please, could you just stick that in some water? I didn't, actually, I'll give you all of that, so I didn't bring any water with me. Thank you very much. So I've still got just about half of this left. Amazing how far it goes, isn't it, when you use it sparingly, let's say. And, you know, we don't need any more than what we've got on there. So let's see now how we're going to, what my plan is for popping this into our daily journal. So what I thought was this, that I'm going to cut out a piece of paper, card, whatever, for the background, to fit on as a mat onto there, as we have done with every other page that we've done. So that's the first thing to do. The question is, what paper do I want? I don't need it back, but thank you very much. So while I'm considering that, I really haven't considered this, so I could use brown paper. Brown paper might look quite nice, do you think? Could do that. I also have a pad down here that's this one that I came across when I was looking for stuff. Let's just move those out of your way. And it, I didn't realise it was quite this shiny. Oh no, I don't think that's suitable. It's very, very shiny. And it's all silver as well, and our butterflies are gold. Blimey, that is shiny, isn't it? Oh, look at that. What does that say to you, peeps? It says grunge to me. Yeah, so no, that's that's not suitable at all. What else could I use? I could use the brown paper. Cut another bag up and use the brown paper. What would that look like? No, too much of a muchness. Right, okay, don't despair. There's more. There's always more. Here's another pad. Let's see if I can find something in. Was this the pad that we got the butterflies out of? Possibly. That's nice. I can never get past spots. I love spots. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. I really like it. And I'm pleased, really pleased to be using up some of my 12 by 12s. I see Tanya, Tatty Treasures, is using up some 12 by 12s at the minute, and it does feel good when you do it. So I want this to mat onto this page, so I'm just going to mark it with my pencil. I want it to there, and I want it, oops, back a bit to there. So let's cut that bit out. I've got so much stuff on here. I'm going to have to put something away. Oh no. There's so much stuff I can't even get to the drawers to put this stuff away. Let's get the 12-inch one. Right, so where's my pencil mark then? There it is. So let's get the ruler straight on the edge of that, and then you know you're straight. Chop that off. That, definitely keep that. I mean, don't throw that away. Put that in your scrap box, or scrap boxes in my case. And there's my mark there. So same thing, get yourself straightened up with that mark. This is when quilting rulers are really useful. So hopefully I've marked that properly. And this is the right size. Time will tell, folks, time will tell. Well, it's not bad. Might be a little touch long. Usually have a piece of paper that slide under there, but we've even lost that. Got it. So, yeah, that's great. I think that's fine. Now then, what I'm going to do is ink this page up, this paper, and I'm going to use just tea dye. It won't show up very much, but it'll show up enough. Is that tea dye? Must be. Just around the edge. Bit of glue there from the pad. We really need a session after this, when we've got through January, if we've got through January, where we're using up our 12 by 12s, because I don't know about you, but I've got ridiculous amounts. And they're not, if they were nice paper, that's fine, but you know, they're not really great stuff. So I could do with a way of using them up.
Deborah says she's got enough 12 by 12 to last me for years.
Yeah, me too. And it's never my first point of call either. You know, I need some paper. Oh, let's have a look at the 12 by 12s. I never do that. Right, so that's going to get stuck down there, but I need to affix my envelopes to it. This is all dry. Yep, right. So I'm just going to cut my excess bits off, my dangly bits. There's plenty of them.
Shut your ears, Bob.
He's already had his dangly bits cut off. So just smarten that up down there. Don't cut your envelope though if you can avoid it. Right, so that is going to go on there. Now then, I am going to affix it by twine. This is an idea I had. I really even don't know if it's going to work. But I want to put an eyelet there, eyelet here, there, and bring the twine over and somehow tie it. But I don't know even how to do that. So, because I'll end up with 4 ends, won't I? That's not right.
Well, you can tie the top bottom ones together and then tie the others too, and you end up with 2 bows.
Okay.
That matters.
All right. So I need... That's all I can do, I think. So I need to be halfway along there, halfway down there. That's what I need to measure.
Do diagonally and just slip them in.
Yeah, but I like the idea of a bow with the twine, that's the thing. Right, so let's measure this then. So that measures 6 3/4, so half of that is 3 3/8. So let's make a mark at 3 3/8. Let's do it on the back side, just in case it all goes wrong. 3 3/8 is there.
It's only paper.
It's only paper. That is what you have to remember. It is only paper. 3 3/8 there. Right, so if I draw a line between those two, that's where I want, because I might have to come in a little bit is what I'm thinking. But that's my line. Right, so it measures this way 8 3/4, so that's 4 3/8. I hope you're noticing my maths today. It's red hot. Red hot. 4 3/8 there. So I'm going to draw a line between those two. Just if I have to come in with the crocodile, that's all. I want to know that I'm on the right line for the first time in my life. Oh dear, how is everybody? Leanne, go for it, Miss P. I love your adventures. Every day's an adventure with me, Leanne. Isn't it, Mr. F?
Indeed.
Every day is an adventure.
Every day. I dress like Indiana Jones.
Oh dear. So this is our little envelope. It turned out cute, didn't it? Really, I quite like it. That's the idea. I'm just trying to give you ideas that you can then go ahead and run with. I'm not saying mine is brilliant. It's just kind of the concept. That sounds good, doesn't it? I'm just giving people concepts. Eyelets. Right. So let's have a look in this box. See what colours I've got. Pink, red, white, mauve. They look quite nice, you know, those red ones. Would they be all right? I don't know, maybe a bit in your face. I don't know that I've got any. They're all sort of pink and purple and pink and purple. Okay, nothing there. Let's move along the bus. I've got those ones, but they're the big fat ones. They might be too big and fat, actually. I'm going to have to move Lynn's Red Cross parcel. Yeah, I've got these ones. These are just the job. The proper We Are Memory Keepers for the crocodile. So I know that they're going to work. I'm not really fussed about how deep the back is, because it's only one piece of paper. So, do I want black, bronzy, coppery, or gold? I've got gold on there, but it's a different. So I'm going to, no, not copper. I'm going to go for the dark ones, the darkest ones there are. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are quite expensive, these eyelets. But I like them because, as I say, they're the proper things. So, right. How far can I come in with that? Quite far. So I want that on 3/16 on the biggest one. And I've moved my slidey scale, my measurer, along as far as I can get there. And I'm just going to butt that up to it and make the hole in along that line there. Same on all the 4 that I've measured. And because I've got this gauge on, they'll all be the same distance away from the edge, which is quite near the edge, but okay. Right. Now I'm going to set the eyelets. If you haven't got eyelets, crocodile, etc., all that gubbins, just put a hole reinforcer. Julie bought me this lovely little tool that punches out hole reinforcements. Use that. It'll look just as nice. Yeah, I'm glad we went for the dark colour. I quite like it on this. Oh no, I've squashed it. Wonder if I can rectify it. Maybe not. Yeah, I think it's a bit squished, but given that the whole idea of this book is supposed to be sort of an ideas book, so as when we've finished it, we can look back and say, oh yeah, I like that idea, I'm going to do that in my journal. So I don't think I need to beat myself up about squashing an eyelet. It doesn't look too bad anyway. Right, there we go. So now I need to get my twine, which I had out for the purpose of this. I'm sure I showed it to you before. There it is. And I just want to thread it through there and leave enough to tie a bow. And I don't know, I'll cut it about there. It's an arbitrary measurement. It's probably too long. You could use ribbon if you haven't got twine. I just like the idea of using twine because I'm using brown. That's not going to be long enough. Oh, it might be. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I think so. The thing is, once I've got it glued down, I can't go back in and just put another piece in, you know what I mean? So I'll use it on the shorter bit.
And of course you could save twine by not going all the way across the back.
You could, yeah, you could. But twine is one thing in crafters' world that is not expensive.
You don't have to buy it on a shoestring.
Oh dear, you're so funny. You're so funny. Right, so I'm going to leave the same sort of amount there. Rather have too much than too little. Okay, there we are. So yeah, okay. I'm sure somebody out there knows a much better way of doing this, but I don't, so bear with. Right, so I'm going to go for my collal. I'm going to have a...
Might be worth just taping them taut.
Yeah.
Just to make it easier to handle.
You're coming into your own again, Mr. F. You had a storming day yesterday. You nearly managed to put right all my wrongs. But not quite. Oh.
A bit like the Nobel Prize for herding cats.
Give over. I do my best. Right, so let's just hold that down there along that line that we marked on the back. I think it'd be easier for the glue to stick to the masking tape than the twine anyway. So I think it's a darned good idea. There we go. Same down this one. Touch too long. There we go. Right, so let's get that glued up, stuck on. And then, Jean's not here, is she? But Bob is your uncle, Jean.
Fran says hi.
Hi, Fran. Nice to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. You've come on sort of at the end, to be fair. You've missed the adventures. Who was it? Leanne, was it, that said that she liked my adventures? I quite like the idea of that. So I just want to make sure that I've got enough glue outside
the Amazon with Miss P.
This is more exciting. So I'm just going to put some glue on top of that masking tape on top of the twine to make sure that it sticks. Lovely. Right. Has everybody gone silent, or is it just me? Are we collectively holding our breath? There we are. It's on. Looks okay.
People said it's good that you date the pages because you can always look back on YouTube at the right date.
Yeah, that's true actually. Yeah.
It can sometimes be difficult to find things on YouTube.
I know sometimes I look for things that I know I've done and I can't find them. And I think some of that is because like I waffle on for so long that every live is an hour and a half or whatever. And I'm not prepared to sit there for an hour and a half looking through,
Listening
to me. No, I'm not.
We have created a playlist though for these ones.
Yeah, and they're dated, as Flo says.
Yeah. No, what she means is you got the book.
Oh,
so
yeah.
when she looks through her book, she can see,
right.
That was the 8th, so it must have been...
Right.
The original must have been on the 8th.
Yeah, what I'm doing now is I'm just putting a clip just on the outside of where the eyelets are. I made sure that I had plenty of glue on those parts, so they will glue, but I'm just going to help them with just a little clip on there. I can't do much about that one. If it really doesn't want to stick, I'll come back later on with some E630, and I think it wants to stick. It's all right. Right, making progress, folks. So, our envelopes. Right, these are they. I think they need a little quick ink around them. I'm just going to use tea dye. I think will be dark enough. Will it? It's hardly showing up really, to be fair. Let's see what else I've got. I've got my vintage photo, but it's on its last legs. Oh look, I've got vintage photo in archival. That'll do the job nicely. Just so it stands out really. The brown paper stands out against the background, that's all. And yeah, you're right, I've got to date it somewhere. I don't even know what I'm going to use. I've got that stencil, haven't I, of the one that you cut out. You know, the one you die cut. Could use that. You know, the stencil of the die... There it is, actually. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes.
I could use... What date is it again? Forgotten. 8th. I could use the 8th out of there. Yeah. That's what I very well might do.
Yeah. It's the number that looks like a snowman.
Yeah. So that's there. Given more time, I'd ink around everywhere, but I'm quite sure you've seen enough of me for one day. I've lost the butterfly envelope now. There it is. And I'm just going to ink around this one. So I hope that you've got more of an idea of how to actually decoupage now. I'm very sorry for yesterday's poor performance. But, you know, we all have off days. Okay, so is that the right way? Yeah, they're all facing the right way. I need to put a number on. Where shall I put my number? That's it there. Would it fit in there? Just fit in there. Okay.
Not enough room on the actual page, I suppose.
Well, there's not. Well, saying no, there kind of is.
Top left, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I can move these across, can't I? I might just do it with the archival, you know. I need to mask out the other numbers because I can't be that accurate. So let's just mask those out. This is just the waste that was left from when Mr. F actually die cut the numbers out for me. So that's going to go there on the edge. Yeah, I think that's all right. I'm just going to use my dobbly dobber. That's all right, isn't it? Might have to go around it with a black fine liner again. But, oh, I thought you had your hand on. Black fine liner. Honestly, I really have got to tidy up today. I've got everything still from the 1st of January around here. I'm going to have to move that. Right, so it is officially the 8th. So let's get these on there, get them tied in, and you can all go home for tea. So I'll tie these ones first. I'm sure there is a way of tying 4 pieces of string, but I honestly do not know it.
Finger.
I might, yeah. Thank you. I just want a bow, don't I?
Yeah, just 2 bows, I would say.
Because otherwise you never get them out. Right, that's that. And then this one. If you can think of a more elegant way of doing this, I'm actually going to just put that behind there. And I'm going to put that behind there so as it doesn't move. And just do that. Oh, don't need you, Mr. F.
Oh,
you're redundant.
Fickle finger of fate.
You're redundant.
Has moved on.
Right, so there we are. There we are. It's a bit long. Oops, hello. Still here.
Earthquake.
Just going to cut that off a little bit. Tidy it up a wee bit. And this is a bit long as well. So there we go. Right. There we go. That is the 8th of January. Is that really all? So we've got our 3 envelopes. We've got them attached with our twine. We've got eyelets here holding the twine so it's not pulling against the paper. And actually, I quite like that, to be honest with you. I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying I like it as a concept. So what's people got to say about it? Oh, thanks, Flo. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Shaz. Thanks, Deborah. Yeah, please try it and please share it with the group. It would make a cute present. It really would. In a Christmas journal. You're quite right. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Thanks, Shaz. Right, that's it. Tomorrow we are on. It's Saturday, so it's alive. Like we haven't been doing lives all week. I quite like that. This is going to have to be something quite special, I think, to live up to that. But, you know, each day our book is getting bigger and fatter. And I think that's quite good. You know, it's not going anywhere. It's just my ideas book, if you like. And I quite like the idea of having a big fat journal. So we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. Stay warm. Keep crafting. Keep posting those lovely pictures for me to have a look at and everybody else. Take care now. Bye.
Bye. Take care. See you tomorrow.